Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. Because land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a deer. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You want a sports degree that is beyond the game? A degree that immerses you from day one and launches you into the business side of sports. With a sports management major from IUPUI's School of Health and Human Sciences, you'll have insider access to sports professionals and will learn from faculty with years of teaching and industry experience. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sport industry career.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time. to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is game time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Mortgage Group. I've been teaching here at Guerin Catholic for 13 years. I've been assistant coach also for 13 years. And I think it's important in today's world that we have young people growing up with the morals and values of faith-based education.
Hello, I'm Dwayne Thompson with Integrity Mortgage Group, and I support Guerin Catholic High School because I'm good friends and business partners with assistant coach Tommy Mascari. And any chance I have to support a Christ-centered education for today's youth, I take advantage of that opportunity and support in any way I can with my time, effort, volunteering, funds, and commercials like these.
Together we soar.
Guerin Catholic Sports on IndianaSRN,
where you're always in the game.
Semifinal number 1 is in the books. It's now time for game number 2 tonight from Transylvania University in Lexington, Kentucky. The Ravens of Anderson University set to take on the Bluffton Beavers in the HCAC Girls Basketball Championships on HCAC.TV, powered by IndianaSRN. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Bertner Electric, your licensed and experienced electrician serving Central Indiana. Piper Logistics, 3 services, 1 logistical solution. And by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown farm equipment dealer. We just saw Transylvania, the home team, take care of business on their own court. They defeated Rolls-Holman 72-50, 28 points from Madison Kellyon, and they are now trying to secure their 4th consecutive HCAC Conference Championship, and they will await the winner of this one between Anderson and Bluffton. Sean Kroll is back with me. I'm Jarrett Lewis. Thanks so much for tuning in. Sean, things that stick out to you about our next matchup, first and foremost?
Well, I think some of the big things that stick out to me is the fact that John Ginn is in his first year at Anderson.
11-14, 7-10. As you look at their schedule, they started out 0-4, and they've been kind of hot and cold, hit and miss. But saying all that, they have the HCAC Player of the Year in Lexi Dillinger from Bern, Indiana, 22.4 points per game as a senior. They also have the Defensive Player of the Year in Peyton Moore from Spiceland, Indiana, 15.3 points per game, 10.7 rebounds, nearly 2.5 blocks per game. They're one of those teams that can sneak up on you, as they have in this tournament. But then you look at Bluffton, 13-4 in the conference on the year. Chad Shuttler in his 16th year. All-conference player in Brianna Gillig. All-freshman in Kayla Prigge. They're on a roll. They have won 7 in a row, including wins over Rose Holman and Franklin College twice. So this is going to be a good one. Odds makers would give it in Bluffton's favor, but do not count out Anderson with Moore and Dillinger.
No, do not count out the Ravens at all. They were able to defeat the 3 seed, which was Hanover. It was a 28-13 fourth quarter. That's what Anderson did to the Panthers in the final quarter to secure that victory. Also, it was on Hanover's floor, so a road game for the Ravens. They won 88-80. How about 36 points scored by Jade Shipley? She was on fire in that one. 4 of 9 from the three-point line. As a team, Anderson was spectacular shooting free throws, 26 of 29, and Shipley was a perfect 10 of 10. Her and Lexi Dellinger combined for 59 points. Dellinger added 23 points. Those two could be a terrific tandem for Anderson to try to get another win in this conference tournament tonight.
Well, you look February 15th, Anderson played at Rose Holman, lost 74-64. They scored 64 points. Dillinger had 39, and that wasn't even her high in three-pointers for her career. On January 22nd of this year, she drained 11 versus Mount St. Joseph. So this young lady can put the ball in the basket, which is why she is Conference Player of the Year.
Dellinger has had 3 games this season of 30 points or more. You mentioned that one of 39. That is a season high of all scorers in the HCAC this season. Shipley's 36 is tied for second, and then Dellinger had a game of 34 and 33 also this season. So capable of putting up big numbers are the likes of Lexi Dellinger along with Jade Shipley. Let's reverse to the other side of the floor with the Beavers. We mentioned Brianna Gillig, a senior, a leader for the Beavers, and Coach Chad Shuttler, who's in his 16th year. This is a pretty decent scoring team as well. Anderson does lead them in that category. They're averaging 69 points this season to Bluffton's 66. But both these teams shoot very well. They're top 3 in the conference in both field goal percentage and from beyond the arc. We can expect a lot of points. Both these teams are coming off high-scoring affairs in their quarterfinals.
Yeah, Brianna Gillig is fantastic. 15.2 points per game, 9.2 rebounds per game. A 5'9 senior from New Regal, Ohio. And again, all-freshman team, Kayla Prigge, 5'8 freshman from Hamler, Ohio, Patrick Henry High School. The one thing about both these squads, they have more seniors than in the first game. Anderson starts 3. We talked about Moore and Dillinger, their seniors. Cassie Pallett is one as well. But Gillig is a senior, as is Emma Saltzman, their post player at 6'1". So a lot more experience for both these squads, which may come into play as this game gets close down the stretch.
Looking back at their game against Franklin, Bluffton was able to defeat them 55-48. A lot of free throws. Anderson got to the line we saw against Hanover, going 26 of 29. Well, Bluffton went to the line 24 times. So these are two teams that pretty much look like they're on attack mode. They're decent shooting teams, but also getting to the free throw line is crucial. They went 19 of 24, and those free throws proved to be help in defeating Franklin, who only put up 14 free throws. So you win that margin by 10. That's probably something that Coach Shuttler is pleased with and hoping that he sees more of tonight for his Beavers.
Well, their plus-minus for rebounds on the year per game is 12, so they average 12 more rebounds than their opponents do. And those numbers both also speak to the fact that these teams like to get to the rack and get bonuses, but The one that just jumps off the page to me, offensive rebounds per game for Bluffton, 14. That is huge.
That is huge, and it could be huge tonight. Both these teams vying for a spot in the championship game tomorrow night, where they will face off against the home team Pioneers. We'll take a break. Getting closer to tip-off in our second semifinal from Transylvania University. You're watching the HCAC Girls Basketball Championships on HCAC.TV, powered by IndianaSRN. Welcome back to Transylvania University. It's our second semifinal tonight. This time the Beavers and the Ravens set to do battle. We have the women's side of things here in Lexington, but also tonight there are the men's semifinals taking place at Hanover College tonight and tomorrow.
Yes, and the home team prevailed in game number 1 there, as well as the Hanover men defeated Transy 90-74. So Hanover moves on to the conference championship on the men's side, and we'll see who's going to face the homestanding Transy here with game number 2.
Here it's the home team. We mentioned the Pioneers, a terrific season. They're still undefeated. They're now 23-0 under head coach Julie Folks, who was the coach of the year in the HCAC. And now we will see, like Sean alluded to earlier, the player of the year in Lexi Dellinger and the defensive player of the year in Peyton Moore, both for Anderson. Bluffton will try to have a recipe that involves Brianna Gillig as well as Morgan Smith, who scored 16 points off of the bench in their last game. She's a 6-foot freshman, so able to score 16 of the 55 to help defeat Franklin. We saw bench points were kind of big for Transylvania. A lot of girls being able to come off the bench and hit a couple of big-time shots. Ultimately, the Pioneers were just too much to handle offensively, too many weapons. It seems like in this game that there's not really that one weapon. We saw for Rose Holman that it was Baum who was able to really catch a groove in that second half.
She hit bombs.
She sure did. She sure did. In this game, it seems like it's a lot of team play, especially for Bluffton. This team is 5th in scoring. It's pretty balanced across the board. Gillig seems to be their go-to girl, but she's going to have to see a lot of teammates step up, and you score 55 points in your last game, you definitely are thinking about trying to get closer to that 70-point mark perhaps in order to defeat a team like Anderson.
Yeah, and a key that jumps out to me is when you look at both of these squads, Bluffton out-rebounds their opponents by 12 rebounds per game. Anderson is out-rebounded by 5 rebounds per game, and if you're looking at the heights of the starting five. For Anderson, 5'5", 5'3", 5'3", 5'10", 6'1". For Bluffton, 5'9", 5'5", 5'8", 5'9", 6'1". So height advantage for Bluffton. Anderson has to do a really good job protecting the glass and securing those rebounds and giving Bluffton one shot and done on one end and crashing the offensive board, because we've seen in the numbers that Bluffton really crashes it hard on their offensive end to get more than one opportunity.
There are 5 girls on the Bluffton roster that are 6 foot or taller, but 4 of them are freshmen, so we're not sure how many minutes those 5 will get. But one of them is Emma Saltzman, who is a 6'1" senior and could definitely be someone hard to handle down low. 7 total rebounds in their last game against Franklin, in which they had 36 rebounds as a team, did Bluffton, against Franklin. 20 of those were, 56 total rebounds, but 20 of those were offensive rebound. So we saw how much success Transylvania had in that regard, definitely leading Rose-Hulman in that factor. Offensive rebounds could lead to, like we allude to this a lot, second chance opportunities, and for the Beavers, that could very well play a difference. Anderson likes to attack and get to the free throw line. Bluffton may see a lot of their points come on second chance opportunities.
Yeah, and you look at someone who isn't in their starting lineup but comes off the bench, 6-foot junior Morgan Smith from Arlington, Ohio, 13.4 points per game and 8.1 rebounds. So if you're bringing that off your bench, you know your rebounding is strong, whereas there's a lot of freshmen for Anderson who don't really get to play that much and don't really have any stats for us to go off of. So Dillinger, if she gets 6.4 rebounds per game as a 5'5" guard, she's really got to be scrappy like we saw in game number 1 and help out McKinley Taylor and Peyton Moore on the glass.
So we are getting closer to tip off. The Ravens back to their bench. The Beavers are getting fired up on that side of the floor. Bluffton will be in their home white uniforms. Anderson wearing the all black. So they will be the designated away team on the scoreboard. Bluffton 19-6 this year, 13-4 against familiar conference opponents.
Sorry, I'm busy staring at Coach John Gin's kicks, man. There's some orange Nike Prestos that are.
Oh, the Prestos are sharp.
Sweet.
Yes. I had a pair of those.
It's his first year. You know, he came from Covenant College as an assistant coach, and he's done a great job considering that Anderson was 0-25 just 4 years ago. Impressive.
Huge turnaround for Anderson, and now a chance to go to the conference championship game tomorrow. But the Beavers stand in their way as the buzzer sounds, and we will now meet soon the starting lineups for both of these clubs. We expect a starting lineup for Anderson that features Dillinger, Shipley, Cassie Pallett is a senior guard, also McKinley Taylor. She is a sophomore, and then Allison Schaefer is in the starting lineup. She'll play the center position as a freshman and at 6'1". The Defensive Player of the Year, Peyton Moore, will come off of the bench. For the home team, the Bluffton Beavers, their backcourt features Peyton Henry, a junior guard, and Olivia Zender, a freshman. Also, Kayla Prigg is a freshman in the starting lineup. Brianna Gillig, we mentioned her. She will have a huge impact on this game tonight. One of the few seniors on this roster for Bluffton. And then Emma Saltzman, also a senior at 6'1".
You saw Lexi Dillinger wearing number 0, the 5'5" conference player of the year. And, man, I'm telling you what, I am excited to watch this young lady play, to see what she can do, because she can fill it up. But at the same time, I'm also excited to see Brianna Gillig, the 5'9" senior. This is going to be a great matchup.
Gillig seems to do a lot of her scoring inside. As for Dillinger, a lot of outside shooting, 2 of 5 from 3 in their win over Hanover. Coming off that 23-point performance, how will Jade Shipley respond with that 36-point outing just a few days ago? This box score is really interesting because you have those 2 guards for Anderson that just went off, but the leading scorer for Bluffton in their game against Franklin was 16 points from Morgan Smith, and that came off the bench. Gillig was second with 12 points. We'll see how interesting it'll be with what the scoring looks like here tonight between Bluffton and Anderson.
It's interesting that Peyton Moore, Defensive Player of the Year, is not starting for Anderson. And, you look at the two scores. They played twice this year. Bluffton won both, 81-52 and 83-59. Not good for Anderson, but maybe third time is a charm.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It wasn't third time's a charm for Rose earlier this afternoon, but we could have a different situation here. Let's play basketball, says the PA announcer. Let's do
go.
it indeed. Gillig will tip it up along with Schaefer. Beavers will go from our left to right, and they will control the tip to start things off.
Look for them to run the offense down there in the low post to Gillig, as they do.
Immediately they go down to Gillig. She gets a second touch, beats her girl baseline, and how quick was that? 13 seconds go by, and Gillig has the first two.
Gillig has that opportunity to go and score, but at the same time, when they doubled her the first time she got the ball in the block, she kicked it out. Those shooters got to hit buckets.
Nice pick and roll with Schaefer. Fumbled the pass once or twice, but still was able to get it in off the glass.
Nice look down low for Anderson to start with as well. Not going through Dillinger.
Gillig now extends up top of the key. They swing it around. Gillig will post up again. This time takes a short jumper. 2 for 2. What a start for the senior.
Gotta love it. Bluffton only shoots 32% from the three-point line this season, so they're going to try early and often to get her rolling on the blocks.
Gillig had a double-double in their win over Franklin. 15 rebounds along with 12 points. A quick answer by Cassie Pallett on the other end for Anderson.
Back and forth to start with.
Henry dumps it down. Gillig will now try a three. Almost a perfect start for Gillig, scoring in every fashion. We get a whistle as it was Shipley trying to bring it across half court, and a foul committed by Bluffton.
That's on Peyton Henry.
First foul committed by either team as we're knotted up at 4, minute and a half gone by. Nearly every player of Anderson on that side of the floor taking the contact was Pallett as she drove it in hard, and it's going to be a foul called on, I believe, Kayla Prigge. And that is indeed the case.
Pallett will shoot two. She is 75% from the free throw line this year.
Anderson is second in the conference at 72% as a team, although the first one is a no-go. Second free throw, however, is nothing but net.
Pallett, one of the seniors for the Ravens.
Got a mixture in your starting five for Coach again. 2 seniors, junior, sophomore, freshman is how the starting five looks. Runner is good. The lefty shot is good for Prigge.
That's why she's on the all-freshman team.
Indeed, just a freshman from Hamler, Ohio. An all-Ohio roster is this Bluffton Beaver squad.
Considering they're in Ohio, that's probably pretty smart.
3 is too strong for Anderson's McKinley Taylor.
You know, Coach Ginn has tried to stop Gillig there. Nice defense.
Taylor was able to knock it out of the hands of Gillig. Up the floor. Here's the player of the year, Dellinger. 3, too strong. Rebound for Taylor, but it's too strong.
Man, they got to convert those close ones if they want a shot in this basketball game. And just like that, Peyton Moore set to the scores table.
They swing it around, dish it down low. First shot is no good, but they kick it out. A little bit of hesitation on the 3, which was no good from Zender. And now here goes Pallett the other way. Brings things back out. Dellinger will drive in. Jump ball.
Oh,
nicely done by Zender.
What great defense there by Zender.
And here is Peyton Moore, the defensive player there. She checks in for the first time.
She was first team All HCAC in 2019-2020, 13.8 and 8. Didn't play much last year.
Ravens out of bounds. Shipley picked up her dribble. Moore on the far side, dribbles in with the left. Shot is up off the mark. There's Moore with the offensive rebound and a quick putback.
That's why she has those numbers off the board. She found position off the missed shot.
Into the corner, shot fake. Bluffton utilizing everybody on the floor. Gillig trying to get possession, which she does. Forced to kick things out. Three is up, and it's good. A good-looking shot there from Kayla Pregi. She's got 5.
Both their league scores off to good starts for the Beavers.
Pregi and Gillig, the only two to do the scoring so far. 3 in the corner, no good for Pallett.
And the key is nothing for Dillinger so far for Anderson. Bluffton's doing a good job defensively.
Gillig just inside the three-point line, and it's true.
Already with 6.
And a nice block on the other end. Defensive effort there for Pregi.
Nice. Coming from behind, Pallett says, hey, she pushed off with the body as we got substitutions for both squads.
First for Anderson, Bryn Beard. She's a freshman, replaces Pallett. Moore at the elbow. That shot is good.
Kind of makes you wonder why she doesn't start, but sometimes some players are just better coming off the bench.
On the other side for Bluffton, they had 3 substitutions. Gillig trying again. Put it up with the left hand and draws a foul. She'll head to the free throw line.
I think that'll be on Schaefer.
Sammy Shardo has checked in. She wears number 11. Zender takes a seat with Maddie Fitzpatrick checking in. And lastly, for Bluffton, we saw Morgan Smith come into the ballgame.
Gillig is 74.2% free throw shooter on the season. Knocks the first one down. She's on. She saw what Baum and Kellyon did in game number 1, and she wants to trump them here in game number 2.
Well, she's off to a good start because she has 8 points. 28 for Kellyon and 24 for Baum. Bluffton foul going to be called on Sammy Shardo.
Third foul on Bluffton.
They get it into Dillinger. Looking to score for the first time halfway through the opening period. Stays patient, kicks things out. Wide open, left wing 3. And just slightly off the mark was Taylor.
Priggy's put the clamps down on Dillinger so far.
Bluffton going through their set in the corner. Another 3 that side of the floor. This time it's no good for Priggy, but an offensive rebound. Beavers, another chance. Down low. Gillig loses the handle. Moore was there. Taylor may have knocked it out.
I think she did.
Anderson, they go quickly down the floor. Taylor was thinking about trying another one. Off of a screen. Almost a carry. Left the shot short. Gillig has the rebound.
Gillig's going to need a break here in a second. As much as she's been up and down the floor and working hard, both offensively and defensively.
Left alone. Left wing 3. Almost good. Could have made it a 7-point lead for Bluffton. Ravens. Moore. That shot's no good.
Gillig's been a force on the glass, too. She's everywhere.
A couple of quick one-and-dones for Anderson. Gillig opts not to hand it off. Splits the defense. Grabs her own miss. And a reach-in foul is going to go on Bryn Beard.
She's a force as we've got a timeout on the floor.
13-9 our score. 3:33 left to go in this first quarter. A good showing for the people of Ohio and the Beavers as they lead by 4.
Bringing home the Batman calzone from Little Caesars might make you feel like Batman. But could you really be the Batman?
A little help here!
Never mind. But at least the new Batman calzone with a calzone crust will make you feel like you're a superhero. The Batman in theaters March 4th.
Pizza, pizza.
Back at the home of the Pioneers on Don Lane Court. Transylvania, the host site for our semifinals and championship game tomorrow in the HCAC Women's Basketball Championship. We'll look inside the huddle of Bluffton and Coach Chad Shuttler in his 16th year, a record of 208 and 194, the reigning Coach of the Year in the HCAC.
You know, it's amazing that Bluffton played all those games and only had one canceled, as well as Anderson. When you look at our first 2 teams, they had quite a few that got shut down. As we know, we're hopefully coming out of this COVID-19 pandemic, and it's just great to see fans in buildings.
It sure is a good turnout for both sides. It's kind of a bit of a drive, as it was for us, 3 hours from Indianapolis down to Lexington.
You guys all slept. What are you talking about?
No, don't give me that.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't Keith coming with us. My bad.
Tough take up top and more with spectacular defense.
You see why she was the Defensive Player of the Year right there.
Nothing new for Peyton Moore. Good stop for Anderson. And now on the offensive side.
And Morgan Smith tried to use left hand. No dice.
Moore gives a screen to Shipley. Pallett is back in. Here she is with the left. Deep 3 from Taylor. That's good. Cuts the deficit down to 1.
They're in this game, and Dillinger hasn't scored yet. That's a good sign for Coach Ginn and the Ravens.
Nearly every starter has scored. Moore you could consider to be a starter, and there is a strip. Shipley gets the steal.
Pocket pick.
Shipley hands off to Taylor. That's the exact same spot. Pallett sees some space, uses her speed, gets to the rim, and she's fouled. And a trip to the free throw line upcoming.
It's on Fitzpatrick, I believe. Oh, no. Morgan Smith got the foul.
Moore leaves the floor for Anderson. Allison Schaefer has checked back into the ball game, and for Bluffton, Saltzman, or an original starter, is back out there. Much better free throw shooting to start this game than the previous game.
Yes. And only Priggy and Gillig have scored for Bluffton. They need somebody else to step up and give them options.
Anderson retakes the lead. Shot is well off the mark for Bluffton. Shipley brings it across at a quick pace, but now they'll slow things down, and Coach Ginn wants to run through a set. Double screen, Dillinger comes off, and Shipley follows. 7 on the shot clock. Taylor, she likes this left wing spot. That 3 so close to going in. Beavers across the way, 1 dribble. Shot is good, 3-pointer, falls for Peyton Henry.
Big bucket there to take some of the pressure off Priggy and Gillig, and Bluffton retakes the lead.
Gillig on the bench for the moment. So we have the final 90 seconds left in the opening quarter. Taylor, she'll try again. Can't hit again. Loose ball, tracked down by Fitzpatrick. Going to the rim, and there's a reach-in foul. It's going to go against Dillinger as Morgan Smith took it down the left side of the paint.
3 team fouls on Anderson, 4 on Bluffton. That's the first on Dillinger.
Moore gets a quick breather. And bounds for the Beavers. Smith attacking Moore. Left it too strong and off the mark.
It's a good move. Just couldn't decide whether to bank it in or shoot it straight.
Up the floor to Dellinger, and she got a nice bump from behind by, it looked like, Sammy Shardo. Shardo picks up number 2.
Man, so quick off the dribble. Getting to the hole is Dillinger. Shardo didn't have any choice but to foul her from behind as those quick feet.
Dellinger, first free throw, a couple of bounces off the rim.
Still hasn't scored.
Second free throw also no good.
She's almost a 90% free throw shooter, 89.3.
And she was 5 of 5 in their game against Hanover. 3 in the corner. Off the mark. Moore thought it was last touched by her, but they say it was Saltzman of Bluffton.
Love
38.9 on the clock, and it starts to tick down.
Love Coach Jen just up on the sidelines, constantly talking.
Dellinger wasting no time. Wild shot. It's errant. 22 seconds for Bluffton.
Shot clock is off. You can hold for 1.
A screen both ways for Fitzpatrick. She'll dribble right. Looking at Smith in the paint. Sees a triple team come over. They kick it outside. 3-second call as Smith hung around in the lane for too long.
We've seen that a lot today.
We hardly ever see it at the high school level.
I have not seen that many in boys and girls high school in Indiana yet this year as we've seen today. But, hey, if it's a foul, you got to call it.
3 seconds. 3 in the corner. Taylor, a slight hesitation. An exciting and close first quarter between the Ravens and the Beavers. Bluffton with a slight advantage, 16-14. Second quarter is up next. You're watching the HCAC Women's Basketball Championship on HCAC.TV, powered by IndianaSRN. There's a look at the Beavers coming out of their huddle and looking to start this second quarter. Gillig and Prigge combined for 13 of the 16 points in that quarter. And those two will be out there to start this second quarter as they have a 2-point lead.
Got a nice rest, though, at the end of the first.
Prigge has it. Nice right to left. Trying to use the glass, and she got fouled.
Is that on Shipley? I believe so. There's that height advantage. Prigge taking her off the basketball. Shipley's so much shorter, she doesn't have much opportunity to do anything but foul. She's lucky Prigge didn't knock it down.
And Prigge so far shooting the ball extraordinary. First free throw is good for her. Second free throw also good.
Well, this program's in good hands if you can hand it off from Gillig to Prigge at the end of this season, whenever it does end.
Taylor, she shot a lot of shots from downtown. And unfortunately, that one misses everything.
29.8% from three-point land is McKinley Taylor from Anderson, Indiana. Lapel High School, the Bulldogs.
A familiar spot for the both of us.
Yes.
Nice shot fake. Henry from the right wing uses one dribble, and it's just a 2. You see 3 lines out there. The white one is high school, the black is women's, and the red is for the men. Step back. Shot is good for the first time. Lexi Dillinger.
Dillinger finally gets one to go in the second quarter. If they can get her rolling, this could be really, really interesting.
Henry, little hesitation. Over to Gillig. And a slight hezzy from her, but still, she's money from mid-range.
She's fantastic. But so far, this game has not gone like the first 2, but we don't know how they went quarter by quarter. But those final scores, kudos to Anderson for sticking close.
Dangerous pass, well read by Prigge. Here she goes to Henry. Nobody stops her, and she gets fouled. Had a chance to go up with it looked like, from the left side. Still, she's going to have a chance at point. Actually, they're going to be out of bounds under.
Yeah, I think when she got bumped, she was going to go back under the rim and use that as a defender to try and score off the reverse layup there. But once she got bumped, she had no shot, so she was going to pass it, which is why the foul's on the floor.
And the foul's on Allison Schaefer. That's her second. Schaefer trying to keep control of Saltzman down low. Terrific matchup between Moore and Gillig. High-powered offense versus tremendous defense. Deep 3. It's no good. Gillig, offensive rebound and a huge foul. A lot of contact there from Moore.
They are going at it, and I love it. Moore said, "You may get that position, but you will not score on me."
Lucky for Moore, it's just foul number 1, but Gillig has been a force to be reckoned with, playing it down low.
Got 11 so far unofficially.
And a perfect trip at the line. She's now 4 of 4, 6 of 6 as a team are the Beavers.
Just the 3 scores for Bluffton so far.
Moore dribbles in, swiped away by Gillig. Here she goes. On the left side, too strong off the glass, and Moore grabs a rebound.
Great defensive play, but couldn't finish.
Dillinger, stop and go. Left it too high off the glass. Bluffton will slow things down just slightly. Gillig, short corner. Drives in with the right. Nice spin move. Left side, able to finish. Brianna Gillig has it all going.
Put her on the spin cycle.
And down the floor, Henry can't help but crack a smile as she likes what she sees from her teammate. Tough drive in. Jump ball forced by Brooklyn Cardwell. No, check that. That's Olivia Zender. Zender started this ball game for Bluffton.
What a great move as she sensed Shipley was taking the ball to try and score. Got the tie-up. Stays with Anderson, but great defense there.
A good chance to get some points as you have the arrow favor you. Another chance. Taylor with the O board. And a big bump from Gillig. And not much you can do there with Pallet driving at you.
Tried to use the baseline as another defender, but the ref said, no, you bumped her. It's her first.
Have to throw it into the backcourt. Dillinger trying to beat Henry off the dribble, which she does. Dillinger, 4 points in the quarter.
That's looked like what she does best. That quick first step gets by, but then when they sag off to try and make up for that first step, she stops and pops.
Zender. Henry has it, top of the key. Dillinger guards her. Down low, Saltzman. They double her. Nice read underneath. Pallet knocks it away.
Nice anticipation there on the pass.
And a nice anticipation there on that pass. It's stolen away by Prigge. And the foul comes in from Pallett afterwards.
There's that height advantage difference. You've got Pallett, who is 5'3", going against Prigge, who's 5'8".
A couple substitutions for both teams. Prigge, after the steal, gets a nice round of applause, and she'll head to the bench. Bryn Beard has checked back in for Anderson. And here's Smith. They double her. Wide open in the corner, opting not to shoot it. Henry will drive in. Dishes over to Gillig, and her shot is just off the mark. Shipley, full speed ahead. Dellinger, catch and shoot. That's good.
Uh-oh. And you hear her revving up now. She's got 7 quick ones here in the second quarter.
Yep, all of them in this quarter. Dellinger starting to find a groove. Anderson trailed by 10. They're now down 5. Bluffton fans wanted a foul. Gillig, she'll try to answer with a 3, and she does.
What can't she do?
17 first half points for Brianna Gillig. Shipley, off of a weave, is forced to throw things back out to Dellinger. Deep 3, step back, Dellinger off the front iron, but it's tipped out into the hands of Anderson. They'll hold on to it. And the bad pass, Moore couldn't handle it. Gillig. At top of the key now, Henry. But Gillig just moves around everywhere. Wow. Outside the three-point line, took a nice little hit there. No foul call. Steps out. Another 3. No, can't go back-to-back. Dellinger up the floor. Nice pass to Shipley. And she does finish. For the first time, Jade Shipley, she had a 36-point game against Hanover. Those are her first 2 points.
They're hanging tough.
Wild shot, and it falls in perfectly off the glass from Zender.
We finally have somebody else outside of Henry, Prigge, and Gillig to score for Bluffton.
8-point advantage. Taylor, another 3. It's good. That's the second 3 for McKinley Taylor. And Bluffton's not really going out at her.
No. I mean, she's knocked a couple down, but she's also missed a couple, so, just trying to find her rhythm.
Taylor's 2 of 6, shooting from downtown. Off of a screen from the free throw line. Nicely done, Maddie Fitzpatrick. Back-to-back possessions where we see 2 new players into the box score.
5'7" sophomore from Mount Gilead, Ohio.
You could see and feel the pace of this game really starting to pick up, and not a stoppage up until this point as Moore was able to beat her girl baseline.
Yeah, it's going to be on Morgan Smith.
Second foul on Smith, and with that we get a timeout on the floor. 7-point lead for the Beavers, 3:03 left to go in this first half. This is the Women's Basketball Championship in the HCAC on HCAC.TV, powered by IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN.
Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
There's a look at the head coach, John Ginn, in his first year with the Ravens. And we mentioned it in the pregame. What a turnaround it was for Anderson just not too long ago. Winless seasons and very few wins, but now this year a chance to go to the HCAC championship with a below 500 record as well.
Yeah, last year obviously COVID year 7-7 overall, but 2019-2020 11-15, 7-11, but Coach Ginn bringing in a new system is 11-14, 7-10 right now. But that's a far cry from where they were in 2017-2018. They have high hopes. Moving forward.
She's at the free throw line. Bluffton right now 6 of 6. For Anderson, they are 4 of 7, now 5 of 8.
Peyton Moore from Tri High School in Spiceland, Indiana. She was HCAC Freshman of the Year. Sophomore year was first team all HCAC, and this year Defensive Player of the Year. That's a pretty good resume.
Trying to go after all accolades. Gillig, nowhere to go.
Shot clock running down.
4 seconds. Another free throw line jumper. It's no good this time, and Moore rises up high for the rebound. Dellinger has a girl open in the corner. 3 is off the mark. That was Reese Colklesser.
Freshman from Huntington North in Roanoke, Indiana.
Gillig misses the shot. Could have grabbed her own rebound, but instead it's grabbed by Angel Schneider.
Sophomore from Columbus Grove, Ohio.
Able to dish the defender and hit the 3 is Shipley. Shipley trying to get her team pumped up.
She was talking after that one. Had the defender on skates and knocked the 3 down. It's under a 4-point game.
The lead is trying to creep away for Bluffton, but Anderson just comes right back. Schneider dribbles it off her foot. Gillig trying to score again. She can't this time. Dellinger with the rebound. Dellinger looking to go coast to coast. Can't put it up off the glass. And she was looking for a foul.
Don't forget, the first 2 innings this year, Bluffton won by 29 and 24.
It is a different ball game, a different part of the season. Ravens starting to play their best basketball. Under a minute now. Shipley able to get rid of the first defender. Short corner shot is no good. Gillig nearly falls over. Ravens fans were wanting to travel.
What balance.
Able to keep that pivot foot. Bluffton. Well, they opt to hold for one last shot. 35 seconds. It doesn't appear so. Gillig gets cut off by Taylor. Taylor reaches in and forces a jump ball. I think she did that with just one hand.
I think she did too.
Arrow does stay with Bluffton.
Only 8 seconds left on the shot clock, however.
Five seconds. 2 seconds. Got to get a shot off. Saltzman does connect. First points for Saltzman.
Big bucket there. Now you imagine Anderson will hold for one shot.
Shot clock is turned off. Shipley with 5. Dellinger off of a screen. High arcing shot does not fall. The horn sounds and Bluffton will head to the locker room with a 6-point lead. 37-31 is our score. Brianna Gillig has 17 first half points. Trying to get the Beavers into the championship game. You're watching the Women's HCAC Basketball Championship on HCAC.TV, powered by IndianaSRN.
At Bluegrass Orthopedics, we are constantly striving to be on the cutting edge of practice and technology. This is why we're the first in the area to acquire the Stryker Mako robot to assist our physicians in knee surgeries. The Stryker Mako robot is the pioneer of robotics in orthopedic surgery and has the industry-leading experience in orthopedic robotics. This allows our doctors to be more precise and allows you to recover faster and with less pain. Bluegrass Orthopedics and Bluegrass Specialty Surgical Center, serving athletes of all ages.
How do you prepare for a future that will be different than anyone can imagine? At Bluffton University, the answer is through the Bluffton Blueprint, a foundation which creates a core of resiliency. Featuring both traditional classroom learning and experiential components, the Bluffton Blueprint pushes you to look at your major and future in unexpected ways. With a 98% placement rate within 6 months of graduation, the Bluffton Blueprint provides a framework for life. Schedule your visit at bluffton.edu. At our founding in 1899, Bluffton's first president shared these words: "Let us expect great things." More than 120 years later, Bluffton University is consistently recognized for our quality and affordability. With 94 programs of study, 18 athletic teams, and more than 60 student organizations, Bluffton University will prepare you for life. Schedule your visit today at bluffton.edu.
Hi, I'm Darius Spokey. I'm from Sydney, Ohio. I'm a math education major here at Bluffton University. So becoming a Scholar Mentor, I was really excited to go on the great adventure. Being able to be around the first year students here at Bluffton University and see them grow and meet new people was really exciting for me. We were in the National Park and we actually got a hike to a waterfall. We also were able to hike up to the highest point in the Smokies. It was a great time in Klingman's Dome. As we started looking out, it's a weird sight to see. I have a big fear of heights. And looking out, I was almost kind of scared, but then I realized I'm not going to have another view like this in my entire life for the most part. And I just had to take it all in, and especially with Bluffton giving us this opportunity. So for the second experience, we actually were going ziplining. And going in, I was really nervous. And you saw a lot of students rooting each other on. If you were scared or nervous, they were telling you, it's going to be all right, I'll jump off with you. I know my partner, for instance, I was scared and she was like, well, do you want to go at the same time? I'll do a countdown. The third and final experience we had was actually a solitude experience. We were able to sit there by ourselves and not have our phones, not have any social media, nothing that was going to get in our minds, and it was just us thinking about things. Those big questions I was actually talking about were as simple as who am I and what is my purpose? And I know for a lot of students, they're really searching for that here. You come to Bluffton in your first year, you're really searching what am I doing? Why am I here? What's going on? And it was nice to be able to, even for myself, think about that. It's really nice to see students who hadn't talked much before talk with one another. They're really excited going into the rest of this first semester, and they just want to finish it because they know that they can do it after this experience.
There she was, Paula Pulowski, always in purple. Every day I tried to get her attention.
Hey, do you want to sit together at lunch? Because I thought since our lockers were so close. Oh, okay. Tomorrow works too.
And every day.
Okay. Okie dokie.
So I did the only thing left to do.
Oh, I like your purple braces.
Thank you, White Greer and Maggard Orthodontics.
My name is Samantha Huber. I'm a national security, political science, and criminal justice major. Coming out of high school, what I really wanted in a college was somewhere that I could pursue both political science, journalism, and also just the national security aspect of things, or security studies, but also that had lacrosse. because I really wanted to play lacrosse. And so I found that AU had all of those things, and that really attracted me to it. So over the summer, I lived and worked in DC for a little bit at U.S. Customs and Border Protection in their Office of Intelligence, working to support intelligence products about migration and human smuggling from Lebanon and Syria. I wanted to do something that actually made a tangible difference and actually dealt with bigger issues. Not that other things aren't important, but I just wanted to do something where I could see the impact it would really make. Just working in both on the journalism side of things and then also on the government side of things, I've just been able to see how those two ends need to work together to really balance each other out and actually work well, and why they're both needed. So I'm the kind of person who's always looking for ways to better myself and to grow as a person and a student, and AU is definitely the best place to do that.
Pennsylvania is a home away from home. You really do form a community when you arrive here on campus, almost from the first day, honestly.
It's really cool that you can walk across campus on any day and run into faculty or your friends. And I think that really just binds us as a community.
I always thought I wanted to go to a big school, but as soon as I came, I realized the importance of having a personalized education.
I quickly realized how much of a relationship with the professor all the students had, and I could tell that they could just go to the professor for anything they needed, and I really liked that.
You're not a number in a crowd. You really have a personalized experience here, and also when you leave Transy, you're the best in your field.
At Transylvania, you get so many opportunities. You are going to be able to explore your passion in science. You're going to be able to be a part of a play, and you're going to do it in a really exciting community.
It has been one place where I've never stopped working. I've never stopped going between places and having things to do. Sometimes I find myself overcommitted, but I think that's a tribute to how many opportunities there are at Transy.
Being in Lexington specifically is amazing, and having so many opportunities to reach out from Transy's bubble into the Lexington community is something that I wouldn't have gotten at another institution.
My job is so rewarding. I have students that come into my office and I really feel like I can make a difference.
They become creative, they become intellectually nimble, good at dealing with lots of situations.
If I had to describe my Transy experience in one word, it would definitely be personal.
Stimulating,
well-rounded.
Worth it.
Location, location, location.
Transformational, life-changing.
Back on the campus of Transylvania University, it is the 2022 HCAC Women's Basketball Championship, game number 2, where Bluffton leads Anderson 37-31. And joining me now is the president of Bluffton University, Dr. Jane Wood. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
We appreciate it. So Bluffton is almost 120 years old.
It is.
And you are only the 10th person to hold that position. What does that mean to you?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I mean, it's an amazing, amazing institution. And we have just been a very stable, solid, really grounded kind of institution, and so I think that's really helpful. And so it was very attractive to me to come and be a part of presidents who have come, who have stayed, who have made a difference. And so that's one of the strengths, I think, of our organization.
In one of the statements you made in reading your bio was something you were drawn to Bluffton was the faith-based institution. As a faith-based organization ourselves, how important was that to you?
It's very important. We talk a lot about educating the whole person, and making sure that we are attending in our education not only to their academics, but also to their spirit and to their heart, their soul. And those things go hand in hand. They go together. They're integrated. And that's what we're doing with the Bluffton Blueprint, which is our 4-year integrated academic and co-curricular program. And it's very much a part of every single year for our students.
Do you think that has been an important addition, especially seeing what's gone on with COVID and how people have kind of gone into their shell? Really speaking to that whole person has helped get you all through this?
I think it really has. Our first-year class is the question we ask our students to think about for an entire semester in a classroom is, who am I? And we ask them to think about who am I not only in terms of what they might want to major in, but who am I as a human? Who am I as a person? And so in the fall break of that class, they go down, the entire freshman class goes down with their faculty member that they've been in class with to the Great Smoky Mountains, and we do a spiritual and vocational retreat over fall break. And they think about their major. They think about what God might be calling them to do. They think about what they want to do next, who they are. And they also do some hiking in the Smoky Mountains. We want them out in God's beautiful creation. Some of our students did some zip lining, and that was a little bit of a stretch for them. But how beautiful down there. And they go down and they get to know each other. Community also is one of our core values. And so they spend time getting to know each other, not as, I play in the band, or I play football, or I play basketball. They get to know each other as people. And so they spend fall break down there with their faculty members and each other, and then they come back. And what faculty have said is, when the students come back, they have a whole different set of relationships than when they went down. And so even though they did it in masks, and they were in masks on the buses when we took them down to the Smoky Mountains, they still were able to connect in ways that were really important and meaningful.
That's incredible. As the university president, how important to you, or what part of the puzzle does athletics fit into this? Because they're kind of out in the forefront in a lot of universities. How do you juggle that with not placing too much importance on athletics, but understanding it's a vital part of getting kids to your campus?
Athletics is really important because a lot of our kids come and they have a passion for it, and this has just been a part of their life, and we want to make sure that it continues to be a part of their life for the 4 years. But one of the things we're starting and have been working on in the last year is what we're calling virtue-driven athletics. As an institution that is faith-based, we believe it's really important for our athletes to also be thinking about their virtues. Virtue means, for Aristotle, it meant habits of excellence. So what are those habits of excellence that we really want to inculcate in our athletes? And this is not anything brand new. We've been doing this for a long time in terms of really helping our students think about how their academics is first and foremost, but also how being a good teammate, being a good player, being a good leader on the team, how all of those things really help elevate them. And so this is really an area, virtue-driven athletics is really an area that we focus on with them, and those habits that are going to make them successful, not only during their 4 years here on the court, but for life.
Thank you so much. What great words. And you've got a great crowd that came down from Bluffton to cheer on your Beavers. So let's
I am so proud of our faculty, staff, and students who came down and supported the Beaver Dam. We are so excited to be here.
We'll let you get to cheering in the second half. Thank you so much, Dr. Wood. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
As we get set to start the second half here, Anderson will have the basketball, and you got to love these university presidents making their way down here for these games.
Oh, yeah, they're tremendous. Just how knowledgeable they are, the insight they give, and they love their university. It's all good things to see as Dellinger gets the scoring started in this second half.
I love it. The student section, the Beaver Dam. I love it.
Pretty good turnout for the team that had to travel from the farthest away.
She said it was only 3 hours. That's what it took us to get down there, so that's not too bad.
Well, 3 hours is still 3 hours. It was a tough drive.
Well, you weren't driving. Sorry.
Hey.
I'm the old man of the group. I should have.
That's right. It's very...
Oh, wow. You didn't have to agree with that.
Very respectful of you. Dellinger. Again, this one is off the mark. Try to hit a deep three, and Coach Jen wants some full court pressure after that miss.
We'll see how well the ball handling of Bluffton is with this full court pressure defense from Anderson.
Bluffton able to break it, get it up the floor to Gillig. Good chance to score, and they do. Gillig was able to get it back.
Nice give and go there with Saltzman for the bucket. And Gillig is almost at 20.
And just about half the points, 19 of the 39. Dellinger trying to keep things close, and she does from the free throw line.
Well, you can see one thing Coach Ginn emphasized at halftime was let's get our player of the year rolling here in this second half, and they've done that so far.
4 quick points to start for Dellinger, who's now at 11. Beavers whip things around. Saltzman. Gillig with a nice flash towards the free throw line, but the shot was just too strong.
That was a great move to the free throw line, but couldn't knock it down. And here comes Dellinger again.
Taylor, she made a couple of threes in the first half. This time she opts to drive in, and Saltzman will get called for the personal.
The threat of the three-point shot and the shot fake brought the defender up, and she went right around to get to the hole, and now she'll get 2 free throws here.
Just the first foul on Saltzman. Taylor is at the line for the first time. First free throw is good for Taylor.
She has 7.
Sophomore leaves the second free throw short. Does cut the deficit down to 3. Moore has already made her way to the scores table to check in. Prigge can't find an opening. Hands off to Henry, who dribbles a couple of times to the free throw line. Tipped out. And a rebound for Anderson. Dellinger. Nobody stopped her for a second. Left that jumper short. Gillig. Kick ball, we will stay at this end. Moore will replace Schaefer. Schaefer had 2 points in the first quarter. Other than that, not much. Three-pointer, even with Shipley there, does not go for Prigge. And dribbling it off of her foot, a quick turnaround for Pallett.
You know, this game being close, I started to peruse the schedules to see how both these squads did against Transy. I'll give you 2 words, not well. Ravens lost 68-36, 78-48. Bluffton lost 64-50 and 63-36.
It's quite the margins.
But
in
again,
those victories.
You know, Bluffton took it to Anderson the 2 times they played, and we're at a 3-point game right now.
They bring a double team, almost a triple team. Once Gillig got it in the paint, and Anderson should have came away with the basketball going the other way, but it ends up being a jump ball.
One thing we know, Jared, about conference tournaments and tournament time, all bets are off.
Cole Klesser has checked in. She got a couple of minutes in that second quarter and makes an early appearance to begin the third.
Pallett takes a seat.
Referees are discussing something, but it looks like whatever it is, they have it figured out. Henry, that's a deep 3, in and out. Moore has gotten a lot of rebounds.
Man, that did everything but go down.
Setting up the offense, Shipley will run things. They're looking at Moore down low from the elbow. That shot won't fall. A little bit of a drought between the two teams here of late.
Yeah, great defense so far to start, coming out in the second half.
Saltzman steps out, left alone. One dribble into a shot and another rebound for Moore down low. Reach and foul. Gillig was almost able to rip it away, but Henry came in, and she gets called for the personal.
Both teams are only allowing 1 shot on each end and then snagging that defensive rebound, taking it down the other way. That could be a huge factor down the stretch here to see who comes out on top.
Bluffton side with a chant and some hand clapping. Trying to see another stop from their defense. Shipley with a couple of spins. Hands off to Dillinger. Taylor. Good defense by Gillick to cut her off. Moore into the lane. All the way around the ring, but it does not go. Gillick down the floor. Loses the handle on it. Reach in by Shipley. They almost could have got more for the exact same foul.
Boy, Gillick was unafraid to go 1-on-4 there. The help defense on the other end caused the turnover, but sometimes you got to pump the brakes a little bit. That's Shipley's second.
Back to Gillig. A tremendous first half. Starting to get a little bit tougher down low.
Yeah, they're making sure to put at least 2 bodies on her when she gets it in the low post.
Shipley looks to drive in, falls down. Not sure if that was much of a foul, but Shipley.
They're going to call it, though, on
does
Sender.
Go down. Thought she just may have lost her footing. Fitzpatrick has checked in for Bluffton. Dillinger. Dangerous lob pass. Moore does track it down.
Ooh, that was close.
The touch on some of those passes to Moore. They're really wanting to get it to her. But they have been oh so close to a turnover. Nice dish. Across the court. Moore able to connect.
She's got 8, and it's a 1-point game.
2 points so far for Bluffton this quarter. Anderson has put up 7.
We're over halfway through the quarter.
Try to dump it down, driving baseline. Dillinger steals it away. 1-on-1, left side, able to finish. Lexi Dillinger. 6 points in the quarter.
Does Coach Shuttler want a timeout here? No.
He does not. He wants his team to play through this stretch. Gillig swings over to Smith. That won't do it. And here go the Ravens again. Dillinger up the floor. This time she'll try the right side. Can't put it in the right spot.
They got to try and get it in Gillig's hands on the blocks.
Fitzpatrick has it knocked away. Fitzpatrick almost didn't look like she knew what to do with the basketball. In a tough spot. We see a timeout on the floor. Clock stops at 3:53. Anderson takes the lead back. They lead it by 1. It's the Women's HCAC Championship on IndianaSRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
We're back at Transylvania University in Lexington, Kentucky. Anderson starts this third quarter, outscoring Bluffton 9-2. Gillig has the only 2 points for Bluffton, but ever since then, points have been hard to come by when you're facing 2 girls down low like Peyton Moore and Allison Schaefer, who are both at 6'1".
And both squads have coaches in the referee's ear. And listen, this game is getting physical, which it is.
Fitzpatrick lost the handle on it, and again, Nearly an identical situation where Anderson thought they were not the last to touch.
Anderson's on-ball defense from the second half has been outstanding.
Fitzpatrick does get it away. A quick swing into the corner. Dangerous pass. Gillig is there. Got Moore up into the air. Shot clock sounded, but the ball is still alive, and the Ravens have it. Up the floor. Dangerous pass. It's stolen away by Bluffton. That was Shardo.
Great anticipation.
Gillig going to work again. Into the corner. Fitzpatrick, a wide open three. It's no good. Second chance. Up and under. Nicely done by Prigge.
Great job using the brim as an extra defender.
Beavers retake the lead. Moore down low. Bad pass.
They knew where they wanted to go with it. Just a little bit strong down there. And maybe that TV timeout worked wonders for the Beavers.
Top of the key, Shardo. That's too strong. Moore fights for the rebound from Gillig.
That has been a battle. Moore and Gillig.
Moore, a little hesitation. Gets a nice push. And going up, Moore has not yet gotten up off the floor.
It's going to be on Shardo, her third. Yeah, I think she might have landed awkwardly on that ankle.
Moore is shaken up. Free throws upcoming for her. Meanwhile, Emma Saltzman checks in.
And Taylor's going to check in for Moore after the free throws.
Peyton Moore, another tremendous game off of the bench. First free throw is good. 9 points for her.
Averages 15.3. Like to see her rebound numbers as well.
Second free throw. Gets a nice friendly roll. And she'll head to the bench. We'll see how long she stays out with Taylor checking in for her.
Back and forth. They keep switching the lead here. Nobody can get on a run.
Two screens up top for Fitzpatrick. Gillig. Enough space for a shot. Three-pointer is good. Brianna Gillig hits her second triple.
When in doubt, go to Gillig.
22 points for Gillig. Stopping on a dime. Off the mark was the shot from Dellinger.
I think Prigge may have altered that shot some.
Gillig not slowing down. Takes it all the way in. It goes in. 3-point chance for Brianna Gillig.
I don't know, did you hear her say something? She may have even said, I'm taking over.
And it forces a timeout from Coach Jin. Bluffton starting to find their offense again. They lead 46-42. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back. The turnout from the Beaver faithful has been tremendous. A long 3-hour drive for them. And there's about, 50 of them here, but they are loud for a group of 50.
They are loud and proud. And on the men's side, halftime of game number 2, Rose-Hulman 33, Franklin 29. The winner gets to take on Hanover tomorrow, 6 p.m.
Men's championship game there. Women's championship is here as Gillig converts the and one.
He only got 25. I mean,
not a bad day at the office. Still a whole quarter left to go, too. Dellinger, step back. Air ball hits the bottom of the net. Up the floor to Henry.
Who's hot.
Gillig finds a wide open Fitzpatrick. That's huge.
Big bucket.
Maddie Fitzpatrick, just 5 points, but that triple is going to allow this wave of momentum to keep on going for Bluffton. Can Taylor stop that? Yes.
Oh, takes it back to 5. Under a minute to go.
Taylor's third 3. She has 10 points.
Now we're getting rolling.
Hard to believe, still 10 minutes left to go. It feels like a fourth quarter already. Gillig going at Taylor. Another 3-point opportunity.
She cannot be stopped.
This quarter alone, Gillig has 10. And the free throw on top. 28 points for the senior Brianna Gillig. First team all-conference.
Matches Kelly-Owen from game number 1. But still another quarter to play.
Ravens, Shipley. Okay, call a travel. Dellinger will step out for the final 26.9.
Got to get her a rest.
With Bryn Beard coming in. What a huge spot this would be. No shot clock for this final 20 seconds.
Who do you think they're going to try and get the basketball to?
Gillig trying to post up on Taylor. Instead, it's a 3 from Henry. Off the mark. So 9.9 for Anderson. Dellinger will quickly check back in. A chance to get her back into the scoring column.
Offense for defense. Same now with Priggy back in. Priggy has 1 foul.
We'll roll it in. Shipley will bring it across with 7. Chooses the right side. Screen from Dellinger. Tough take. Foul is called down low. Looks like it's going to be Saltzman.
Got the nice pick up at the top of the key. Got around it. Up and under Saltzman. She'll shoot 2 free throws. Still 2.7 to go. It's the 5th foul on Bluffton this quarter.
Shipley. That's her first free throw attempt tonight.
63.6% from the line on the season.
Second free throw, however, is good. Bluffton, 2.7. Henry gets it in to Fitzpatrick. They'll let her put it up from half court, and it hits the back of the rim. Nearly banks home. A slow start for the Beavers, but they still have the lead. 53-46 our score as we head to the 4th and final quarter. You're watching the HCAC Women's Basketball Championships on HCAC.TV, powered by IndianaSRN. 10 minutes left to decide this one. Who will meet up with Transylvania in the conference championship game tomorrow night? Right now the Beavers say it'll be them as they lead by 7.
Dellinger with 13, but Gillick with 28.
Outside Taylor. Got Gillick into the air. Opts to drive it in, and it rolls around and down.
Nice shot fake for the threat of 3.
The first field goal for McKinley Taylor that is not a three-pointer. It's a good start to this fourth quarter. Henry dumps it down to Gillig. Three-pointer top of the key. Off the mark, and a foul in response to that from Fitzpatrick.
That'll be here first. And that'll be the first of this quarter for Bluffton.
Can the Ravens start this fourth quarter with 2 straight possessions that are good for buckets? First we get a kicked ball. Shipley will run the offense. Goes in left, uses the right hand scoop shot, does not fall. Saltzman the rebound. Into the corner, Priggy. Nice head fake, drives, no good off the glass. Taylor tips it into her hands. Here goes Pallett. Dellinger sees a crease, and the floater is good. Lexi Dellinger now with 15 points.
For those of you not up to speed on women's college basketball, it is 4 quarters. They get free throws after the 5th foul in each quarter.
Yeah, so the foul numbers reset. Right now we just have 1 foul in this quarter committed by Bluffton. Dellinger, step back. Oh, if it would have went, that would have been tough.
Yeah, would have tied the game up. This place might have come unglued.
Now she'll put her defense on Henry. Gillig had a monster third quarter, trying to beat Moore again, and Moore. No, she commits a foul.
Moore just kind of nonchalantly, like, yeah, I'm just going to go to the line.
It's just foul number 2 committed by Moore. Nobody has more than 2, except for Shardo of Bluffton, who has just checked in.
Gillig 1 free throw away from hitting 30.
Which she does. I don't even think the net moved when she hit that free throw.
And you can hear the crowd. That's a 30 burger. Now they're ready for a 40 burger.
Shipley off of a screen. Outside, Moore, enough space to rise up, and she connects. 2-point shot by Moore.
Good to see her moving around on that ankle that she twisted in the third quarter. You may want to go at her if you're Gillig, see how stable it is.
Definitely want the defensive player of the year out there. Wraparound pass will go out of bounds. Gillig trying to make something happen. She had herself in between kind of a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, it's a tough spot for her.
Anderson, they can tie it here or cut it to 1. They dump it down to Moore. They bring over a double. Shipley will use the Schaefer screen. Now Moore drives in. 3 girls around her, still able to finish. Peyton Moore. A chance to tie this ball game up at 55.
Worked around the double team with the little spinneroni. It's a little wrestling name there from the.
Okay.
Hall of seriously?
No, I'm sorry. Not this
Hall
time.
of Famer Booker T, spinneroni.
Okay, Booker T. That's a familiar name. Moore cannot tie up the game. Free throw is no good. Beavers still with the lead. Gillig looking to add on to it. Too strong on the three.
They're probably going to look to Dillinger.
Could be Moore again. Another drive. This time a clean layup finish for Peyton Moore. She has the last 4 points.
She is taking Saltzman to the rack and saying, excuse me, I'm going to defensive player of the year. I'm going to show you my offense.
30-second timeout called by Coach Shuttler as his team gives up the lead. Back to Anderson. We got 6:07 left to play. This one's going to come down to the wire.
It is, and we talked about this in the very beginning in the pregame. Free throw percentages for both teams. Anderson 72.3, Bluffton 69.8. The one person you don't want to put at the line for Bluffton, obviously, is Gillig. She's been fantastic, but Anderson's been really good today as well. This is set to go to the wire.
Gillig right now is 8 of 8 shooting free throws. There's only been 2 other free throws shot by Bluffton. Those were by Prigge in the second quarter. So the Beavers are shooting a perfect 10 for 10. Anderson is going to want to see some clean defense the rest of the way, or else it's free points.
I think Anderson's like 8 of 13, somewhere in that range for the free throw line on this game. What are they drawing up? This is a lawfully long 30-second timeout.
Sure is. I think a 30-second in college is a minute, and then a minute is 2 minutes. That's what it's felt like. It is a long 30 seconds.
That's funny math there. We don't teach that in high school.
No. So, out of the timeout, Beavers have the possession.
Down 1. I think that may have been as much to get Gillig a rest as it was to stop the momentum of Anderson.
Outside, Henry has a lot of space to work with. Nice dump down pass. She'll pick up the assist. As knocking down the shot is Morgan Smith. First points come at just the right time.
Yeah, and she averages 13.4 per game.
Moore, she's got the hot hand. Turnaround jumper, rolls around and in. Peyton Moore, 8 points in the quarter.
18 in the game.
She's now the leading scorer on the side for Anderson. Henry on a drive, wild shot, it nearly falls down, and here goes Dellinger. Stops, thought about adding the pop at the end. Now she'll drive. Gillig swipes in, steals it away. Brianna Gillig trying to dribble past the Anderson defense. Wild shot. Good D there by Moore to affect it.
She had the trailer coming with her.
Dillinger hands off to Moore. Shipley, nice step back. Jay, it's a long 2. It's off the rim.
Shardo back in for Bluffton with the rebound.
A 1-point Beaver advantage. Shardo would have been a huge 3. Moore with another rebound. Gillig reaches in for a foul. That's just her second. And now for the final 4:18, we see McKinley Taylor check back in. She's hit 3 3-pointers in this game. She's got 12 total.
Again, Bluffton took it to Anderson both times this year, but man, it is tournament time and anything can happen.
Bluffton, the 2 seed. Anderson, the 6. Dillinger. Off the front iron, it's tipped out. Back to Dillinger.
Taylor.
Coach Jen, you see Dillinger looking over, seeing what he wants. Dillinger, another shot is up. This time it's good. A long 2 for Dillinger, and Anderson now with a 3-point lead.
Can the Ravens hold on?
Smith, little up and under, got fouled by Taylor. She can't believe it.
It's Taylor's second. Smith 72.4% from the line as Prigge comes back in.
Smith has gotten a lot of touches in this game. She only has 2 points, and still she misses the first free throw.
But comes in 13.4 and 8.1.
And coming off a good performance in their win over Franklin. She scored 16, a team high. Second one is good. So we are at 3:20 left to play. Shipley weaves with Pallett. Moore guarded by Saltzman. They bring a double team, a triple team. Moore can't score this time. She had some success even when the numbers were against her.
Great help defense there with Gillig and Shardo on her.
Moore nearly was able to get it right back. Fitzpatrick. Step back, Jay. It's good. 60 apiece.
And we're right back where we started.
Bluffton fans with the defense chant. Looking for a stop.
The switch. Prigge's not on Dillinger anymore.
Dillinger weaves her way through.
How did she get that up off the backboard? They're showing zero fear.
Down low to Saltzman. They bring a double. Gillig. 3 rims out. Following her rebound, we see a jump ball down low between Taylor. Prigge was in there, and Shipley came out of the bottom.
Ball goes to Bluffton, which meaning from this point on, the possession arrow goes to Anderson.
They'll clean up the spot for the moment. Fitzpatrick to inbound. Gillig outside. Fitzpatrick, can she go back-to-back? No. Moore and Prigge in a very strange jump ball situation.
Yeah.
But it does give the arrow to the Ravens.
This Prigge looks like she may have bumped knees, and she's a little gimpy, but she's guarding Pallett now.
And she's got that knee brace you could see on her right knee. Shipley wants to use the Taylor screen, goes at Giggy. No foul called. Both fans wanted something called.
Nice defense by Gillig, just standing still.
You can see Prigge limping over to the bench. We get a timeout on the floor called by Bluffton. It's a full timeout. Don't go anywhere. 1:32 left to decide this one. You're not going to want to miss this final 92 seconds between Anderson and Bluffton. The lead has swapped a handful of times, and the Beavers can retake it right here or tie it up at 62. Henry is back in the ballgame.
Who's going to take that big shot?
It could be Gillig. Going at Moore. Draws the foul.
It's Moore's third.
Taylor will now check in and replace Schaefer. Some offense for defense. Gillig only has 2 points in this fourth quarter. Cannot add on to that. She had 11 in quarter number 3.
First missed free throw of the night for her as well.
Second free throw is true.
Shot clock comes into play now.
Gillig's season high. She's gone over that. She had 28 points back in January. Under a minute. Dillinger, step back 2. It's good!
Wow.
Huge knockdown for Lexi Dillinger. 3-point Anderson lead. Bluffton has 2 timeouts.
You don't need the 3 if you're Bluffton here.
They go to Gillig. In the paint. Goes at 2 defender. She still scores.
Oh, the shot clock is right there.
There's about a 0.8 second differential. It's basically even, and they will foul. Henry will pick it up. Timeout. Coach Shuttler wants to talk things over. Anderson with the 1-point lead.
It's only the 4th foul, so they got 1 more. Of the people on the floor for Anderson, Dillinger 89.3, Pallett 75, Shipley 63.5, Taylor 58.1, Schaefer 56.3, and Moore 73.6.
So you have some options.
You do. I think you're looking at you probably Taylor and or Schaefer, depending on which one's on the floor for the Ravens.
.2 is on the clock. There's still 1 more foul to give if you're Bluffton.
20 on the shot clock, too. Yeah, I think you got to try and force them to get the ball to Taylor and foul her. She's the lowest free throw percentage on the squad right now.
They do immediately find Dillinger.
They got it to Dillinger.
So now Dillinger, she went 0 for 2 in the first quarter.
2 free throws here.
But a confident choice if you are a Ravens fan. The first one is good.
What a second half. 15 in the second half, 22 for the game.
Second one, also good. 3-point lead. Timeout on the floor. I believe it is a Bluffton timeout, so Coach Shuttler going to draw something up for this final 18.3. You might still have an option here. You can go for the quick 2, but if you don't get it, you got to be able to get the offensive rebound. So you got to go at a certain time if you're going to go with the 2-point look.
Priggy and Henry each had a 3-pointer in the first quarter. Gillig has 1 each in the second and third, and Fitzpatrick had 1 in the third. Not a ton of 3-pointers, not really their style. So going to see what Coach Shuttler can draw up here. Is Anderson looking for the huge upset.
Can the 6 seed hold on and meet the Goliath that we will see tomorrow night in Transylvania? The 1 seed Pioneers. Bluffton will have it side out right in front of their bench.
Who's going to make the big play for either squad?
Gillig hands off with Fitzpatrick. Now Henry off a screen. Fitzpatrick, catch and shoot. Can't tie it up. 10 seconds, and Anderson gets fouled. Moore with the rebound.
That was a good look.
Peyton Moore will go the length of the floor to the free throw line. So far tonight, 4 of 5.
And she gets 2. So even making 1 of 2 makes it a 2-possession game and really hard for Bluffton.
First free throw is good. The first one is always the most important.
Upset alert, folks.
Second free throw. Gets a friendly roll in. Anderson by 5. Bluffton has to work quickly. Chardot
Too much
off
time.
a screen. 3-pointers up. It's no good. And the Ravens complete the upset and have a date with Transylvania tomorrow night. Ravens are victorious 68-63. 23-point performance by Lexi Dillinger, and also 20 points for Peyton Moore. Those two give the Ravens a berth in the conference championship game.
Fourth quarter, Anderson outscored Bluffton 22-10.
What a huge victory for Coach John Ginn in his first year coaching this girls program. Dillinger is fired up. The Ravens, when they played Transylvania, they lost 68-36 and also 78-48. So 32 and 30-point victories. We just said the same thing, though, about what Bluffton did to Anderson 2 times earlier this year. Those were 20-point victories.
At least, yeah.
Now the Ravens have a chance to show what they're about in this conference and try to take on the giant of Transylvania tomorrow night and pull off an even bigger upset.
No rest for the weary as they've got to come back in less than 24 hours and beat the team whose gym is their home and is undefeated. 24-0 Transylvania.
The matchup is set. The undefeated Pioneers trying to go for their 4th consecutive conference championship. And then the Anderson Ravens, the 6th seed, the Cinderella story. They are into the championship match. What a semifinal we had here tonight. 2 games, and it all comes down to one final game tomorrow night. No rest for us either. We'll be back in less than 24 hours for the championship game. Tip-off is at 6 p.m. We'll be here. Make sure you join us as Anderson and Transylvania will battle it out for the girls' championship game tomorrow night. Want to thank our cameraman, David. He's awesome. Producer Casey. We'll be back tomorrow. Sean Kroll, I'm Jarrett Lewis saying so long for now. 6 p.m. tip-off tomorrow. It's the HCAC Women's Basketball Championship on HCAC.TV, powered by IndianaSRN.